On the far east side of Kandarin, upon the Asgardian border, sits the fishing village of Catherby. Very little is known about Catherby's settlement, however it was likely not permanently settled until the end of the 4th Age or start of the 5th. The area where Catherby is now built may have been inhabited by human settlers for a time prior to that, during the 4th Age. With Kandarin not existing in its current state until the early 5th Age, it was likely little more than a hamlet before then, if it existed at all. Catherby is separated from Tavali by the imposing White Wolf Mountain, with only a single pass built by the dwarves beneath it. Though the dwarven pass beneath the mountain appears not to cause political issue, the dwarves are not open in allowing humans to travel through it. Catherby's position on the coast, however, grants it access to many destinations in Kandarin and other regions. The people take advantage of the coast for fishing, with many great fishing spots found upon the coastline. The town appears to have industries outside of fishing, including farming, candle making, and even a master of the fletching arts. Life in Catherby appears to be peaceful and largely autonomous, with no cruel ruler such as in Morytania, or even much imposed authority at all. The people seem to be without overbearing governance while still enjoying the prosperity of being settled in Kandarin. Having left the grueling Morytania in search of kinder lands, Citizenscape finds himself in Catherby today. He will have a single quest task today, that being the fishing contest quest. For achievement tasks, he'll need to catch a mackerel, buy a candle from the candle maker, and get a pet fish from Harry. For our skill tasks today, we're going to have to catch and cook shrimp, anchovies, sardine, herring, mackerel and cod. The highest of these requires a fishing level of 23 and a cooking level of 18. We're also going to make use of the farming patches, planting something in the allotment patches, the flower patch and the herb patch, as well as the banana tree in the tree patch. For combat tasks today, we're going to have to defeat a wolf atop the White Wolf Mountain. Finally, for our miscellaneous tasks, we're going to make purchases at Vanessa's farming shop, Arhane's store on the docks, the candle maker's shop, Trader Stan's shop on the docks, Harry's fishing shop, and from Higton's archery emporium. We will also be heading to the beehives to get a bucket of wax. With all that in store for today, let's begin. We start our journey today on the docks of Catherby. The town is nice and serene compared to the muck and atmosphere of Morytania. There are traders along the dock and there's a town to explore, seemingly devoid of supernatural strife. Collecting our kitten from the bank and some money, we feed the cat before heading out to see what we can purchase. From Trader Stan's trading post, we can buy soda ash and a bucket of sand, the ingredients for glass blowing. We don't know if there's a furnace in town to use them though. We stop by Arhane's store to buy a rope as we go. From here we make our way up the coast, making purchases of arrows from Higton's archery emporium and a bunch of bait from Harry's fishing shop. Checking down the coast we see plenty of good fishing spots before encountering a nice place for a fruit tree near the mountain. Though difficult to cross and teeming with wolves, the mountain here leads eventually to Tavali. Further back from the coast we notice some farmland and a farming shop run by Vanessa, where we buy some sacks. Finally we walk to the shop of the candle maker. Hello, what do you sell?
I sell candles. I'm a candle maker by trade.
Excellent. Can I buy 4 candles?
Sorry, we don't sell those.
You don't sell them?
Nope. You'll need to find a cutlery shop.
Cutlery? What are you talking about? I want to buy your wares. May I have 4 candles?
I don't sell 4 candles.
Is the number the problem? Can I buy 3? Perhaps 5?
I simply don't sell them. The number doesn't make a difference.
But you said you're a candle merchant. Why wouldn't I be able to buy 4 candles?
I don't sell handles, not for forks or spoons or knives for that matter.
Oh, no. I want to buy candles, 4 of them.
Well, why didn't you say so?
Eventually getting it through to the candle merchant, we purchase 4 of his candles. He tells us that he makes candles using beeswax, which can be obtained from the hives nearby once the insects are repelled away. Heading back to Harry in his store, he tells us of the small aquariums that he has. If we make a glass fish bowl and fill it with seaweed, he'll sell us a small fishing net to get a pet fish. We have the ingredients for making molten glass, but now that we've been around town, we know that there's no furnace. We'll need to cross the mountain and make our way back over to Falador. We pick up the kitten, fearing what might happen to it with all the wolves on the mountain, then cross the perilous journey to Tavali. The wolves are quite aggressive towards us and attack in force. There has to be an easier way to cross through to Tavoli. Once we make it through to Falador, we create the molten glass and try to blow it into a fishbowl, though we're not skilled enough. Instead, we make an oil lamp and head to the Grand Exchange to swap it out, actually making a profit. A glass fishbowl is far above the crafting requirement of 30 for Tier 1, but perhaps we'll make one day. We head back through to Tavoli and back over the mountains, attacked by wolves, eventually making our way to Catherby again. We buy some seaweed from Trader Stan's store where we saw it earlier, then fill the fishbowl in Harry's store. He agrees to sell us the tiny net for 10 gold. Then, we fish up a pet fish from his aquarium. That's an achievement for today. The fish doesn't do much, but the kitten looks at it with interest. Perhaps we don't keep them together. We want to get some beeswax like the candle merchant mentioned, so we grab some insect repellent from a table and head to the hives with a bucket. Spraying the hives gives us a window of time to collect the beeswax before the bees return. Heading back into Catherby, we rake the farming patches and plant corn, marigolds and taramin, placing the weeds in the compost bin. With a banana sapling and some apples, we can plant and pay for protection for a banana tree. This is going to take some time to grow. With the final weeds from the fruit tree patch, we fill and close the compost bin. We now have some time to kill and want to take out a wolf on the mountain for the safety of the town. It takes a bit of work to take down, though our armor makes it easier to avoid damage for their attacks. So you were saying that there's another way across the mountain?
Yeah, a tunnel.
Interesting, go on.
A group of dwarves built a tunnel a little while back, right underneath the mountain. Leads right through to the other side.
Wow, that's convenient. I'm sure that makes it easy for you to get to Tavoli.
Well, no actually. The dwarves tolerate us, but they don't consider us friends. They won't allow us to use their tunnels.
Oh, that's too bad. Interested in learning more, we head up to the tunnel entrance to talk to a dwarf.
What do you want?
Well, my name's Citizenscape. I was hoping that I might get your permission to enter the tunnels. It would make getting to Tavoli much faster and less dangerous.
You're no friend of ours. Why would we let you use our tunnel?
Well, we could be friends. What do you say?
I say no.
Oh, surely there's something I can do to prove my friendship to you?
Well, there is this one thing.
Okay, name it.
We dwarves are big fans of golden treasures. The first prize of the Hemminster fishing competition is a golden trophy.
And you want it?
Aye, but we dwarves, you see, we're not the best fishermen.
Well, I'm reasonably good. I'd give it a try for you.
Bring us the trophy and you have a deal. I'll give you our competition entry ticket. There'll be an entry fee of 5 gold too.
Okay, got it. Now that we have an opportunity to make friends with Vestry and enter the tunnels, we head straight down the road to Hemminster as we were told. We pass by a magnificent castle and a small town before we get there. With some bait and our rod, we pay the entry fee and try to catch some fish in the spot we're given. We catch a couple of sardines that aren't very big, and apparently they're not enough to win the trophy. Vestry, I'm sorry, but I could only catch small fry. I wasn't able to win the trophy. Some suspiciously vampiric looking man was doing far better.
Well, we're not great fishermen, as I said. I don't have much advice. You should talk with Grandpa Jack. He won a few years in a row. He must have some good advice.
Okay, and where can I find him?
Last I heard he was still living in a house near Hemminster.
While heading out in that direction, our kitten grows into a full-size cat. Hello, are you Grandpa Jack? I'm Citizenscape. I've heard that you're a champion fisherman.
Yeah, that's me. Champion, eh? I'll never tire of hearing that.
I'm hoping to win the fishing contest. Do you have any tips for me?
You gotta start with a good bait. Red vine worms from McGruber's woods north of here always attracted the biggest ones in my experience. If you head into his wood, just watch out for the guard dogs.
Okay, got it. Red vine worms. Anything else?
I won the contest 4 times, you know. The spot next to the pipe was always a great place to drop the line.
Huh, there's a guy there already. He reminds me of a vampire.
You just gotta make him move spots. Put some garlic in the pipes. That ought to do the job.
Okay, good plan.
You can borrow some garlic from my house in Sears Village.
We take some garlic off the table, then squeeze into McGrubber's wood, keeping our cat with us and trying to avoid the guard dogs. Eventually we spot the vines and dig up some worms as bait. Returning to the contest, we pay the entry fee again, then put some garlic in the pipes. The vampire hates the smell and moves away. our suspicions are confirmed. Given the place near the pipes instead of him, we use the worms as bait and reel in some large fish. When the judge calls time, we head over to the table for evaluation, and we're awarded the trophy. Vestry, I did it, I have the trophy.
Very well done, lad. This is a great treasure. You've earned my trust. Please, make use of our tunnels anytime.
With permission given by the dwarves, we enter the tunnel, following through the long corridor until we find a bar. Dwarven stout is plentiful on the tables, and apparently free too. Drinking it inspires us, and new mining and smithing ideas fill our head. With this concoction, we feel like we could mine gold ore. Eventually, our head clears and we get our senses back, taking some time to fish on the coast. We manage to catch some anchovies, shrimp, sardines, herring, mackerel, and cod. While fishing, we also fish up 2 oysters with pearls inside. We cook each of these fish, giving us a source of food for down the line. With all these fish, we also earn level 34 cooking. Passing by the farm, we see that some of our corn has become diseased. We've purchased plant cure previously, so make use of it now. We'll need to give the farm some more time. It's time to try a plan of ours. Back when we travelled Karamja, we didn't have the skills to mine gold near Brimhaven. While it was an easy achievement task, level 40 mining was beyond our tier requirements. With a Dwarven Stout, however, we're skilled enough to go and finish the Karamja Easy Diary today. We take a ship to Brimhaven and make our way to the gold mine, getting some ore and talking to Pirate Jackie. As appreciation for our work fitting in with the people of Karamja, we're gifted the Karamja gloves, which lower the price of some stores and ship fares. We're also given an experience lamp, which we can put into thieving for a level. This will save us stealing from people down the line. Returning to Catherby, our plants are ready. We pick the corn, marigold, and taramin before cleaning the herbs too. The compost is also ready to be collected, so we gather 15 buckets and scoop it out. Our banana tree has grown up healthy, though we find a strange seed within it. We're able to collect 6 bananas from the tree for now too. The Hespori seed will be useful far down the line, but 65 farming and access to the farming guild is required before we can use it. Good to know that we have it though. We've managed to integrate with the society of Catherby today. We have made great use of the fishing and farming that it's known for, while also befriending the dwarves nearby. We're sad to leave the idyllic and peaceful town, but we must carry on if we're going to explore more of Kandarin. We've seen the mighty castle of Camelot earlier today. It's time for us to press on and make our way into King Arthur's court. Please join me next time in Camelot. If you'd like a chance to voice a character in the series, subscribe and join the Discord. Links in the description below.